Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Now we've got some very nice music to check out today. The first band, they sent over a priority sub, first time on the channel as well. They must have heard that we like this kind of music over here and got on board. Very pleased to hear it as well. This is a sludge doom post-metal band from Hudson, New York, creating the kind of sound that we absolutely love over here. I do anyway. But yeah. Very pleased to be attracting these kind of bands to my channel because this is the kind of music I just want to check out pretty much every single day of the week. This band is called Hush. Their track is called There Can Be No Forgiveness Without the Shedding of Blood, which is a great name. And they've got a very cool video to go with it by the looks of things. Let's get into these guys. Dirty. Cool video. Man. Bass. Crazy video. Mark did a sick job on that video. Holy shit. That was super high quality. The way they caught the contrast in the black and white was just so good. Man, that was amazing. Now, would you believe these guys have got 21 subscribers when they're putting out quality like that? Absolutely ridiculous. Please head over these guys' channel and give them a subscribe right now and then come back and check out the rest of the bands. Because it's a crime to be putting out dope music like this with one of the best videos we've actually had on this channel in the last 2.5 years. Amazing video, and then you've only got 20 odd subscribers. It just doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't. My brain can't compute it. But anyway, that was the sickest stuff. Absolutely amazing video to go with the sound as well and what was going on in the music. They both complemented each other in a great way. Dirty and dark, atmospheric music, but actually quite dialed back on the gain. It was more crunchy than distorted, it was wasn't full on thick and chunky distortion like some of the sludgy bands that we have on. It was dialed back, kind of almost restrained in a way, but trying to burst through, like someone trying to break through someone having a fight and stuff like that. I thought it was cool. It gave it a kind of ripping and tearing vibe to it more than a thick and a chunky, fat vibe to it. Sounded great. Let the bass cut through as well even more, because the bass was quite clean in a way, had a cleanness edge to it, a stringy edge to it that cut through, especially when they let him do the runs and stuff. Sounded amazing. And what they were doing with the vocal was just great as well. There's a bunch of different ways you can approach vocals in this kind of music, and these guys pretty much nailed all of them. Distorted, push back in the mix, reverby, atmospheric stuff to start out, which sounded amazing. Then more deathy and screamy, dark stuff, which sounded amazing. And then even some more up in the mix, clean, reverby, vocal, spoken word stuff as well in there. And those are all my kind of favorite ways to approach the vocals in this kind of music. If you're going to do a vocal, and they nailed it. It sounded right throughout them all, and it was sat in the right mix for them as well. So these guys know what they're doing. They know the sound that they're trying to push through and capture with this stuff, and they did it very, very nicely. Sick. I'm just so pleased to be attracting these kind of bands to my channel, because these are the kind of bands I check out when I'm not doing the channel as well. So if I can just record myself doing it at the same time, sick. Love it. Best job in the world that would be. Now the next bands we're going to check out are new to the channel as well, and I pulled them out the free queue, but man, they sound super nice. This is Woorms with a double O. The track is called Silence and the Saints. These guys have got a cool video as well. Let's give it a spin. Yeah. We'll make sure we got this one up nice and loud. Yeah. Cool. Love how the drummer's working his kit all over the place. Sick band. Man, we're checking out some nice bands today. Drummer in this band had his own style, had his own thing going on. We've checked out thousands and thousands of bands on this channel, and I always talk about the drummers. I'm always watching the drummers to see what they're up to. And this guy was super dope, all over his kit. The way he held his sticks and his style at the kit was original and different as well. And just the way he worked the fills and the cymbals, being musical, working with the riffs, adding a fill in really late in the bar, just sounded dope. Working it in a different and original and interesting way. And that immediately catches my ear, at least, because as I say, I'm always looking out for the drummer anyway. But when the drummer comes through with something different, he's working the kit in a cool way and adding fills in different and interesting ways, man, that just ticks such a massive box for me compared to bands that aren't doing that. Because it just catches my ear. It's cool. It's interesting. You could be playing riffs I've heard a million times, but if the drummer's doing something interesting and different at that time, doesn't matter. Absolutely love what's going on because the drummer takes it to a different level. There's only so many notes on the fretboard that you can play, especially when you're doing low and dirty and slow stuff like this. So for the drummer to be spicy and taken to the next level and doing stuff that you don't always hear in this kind of music, sick. Really takes it to the next level and just makes you an interesting band that you haven't heard before. Loved it. Sick tone in this one as well. That bass tone was just incredible. Doesn't matter what you do. If you had a cool drummer and that bass tone, doesn't matter what you do, it's going to sound dope as hell because they just complement each other in just a dopest way. Man, it had a nice grizzle and grind on it. But in this one, the bass was more thick and chunky and the guitars again were dialed back on the gain. Not just thick and humbuckery and more stringy and jangly and atmospheric. One dude was doing all those weird kind of, spacey noises and stuff like that with a load of effects and phasers and things like that. So these guys had like a psychedelic edge to them in that way. Dope. Absolutely loved it. And the vocalist as well, you could see in the video, which was a great video, which is why I always love checking out bands in the video, because you could see the passion that he was putting into his vocal. And when you can see that as well as hear it, it's just so dope. It takes it to the next level when you can see the passion coming out of the people in the band. And it just makes it all that more authentic sounding. Dope. What a great band. The last band we're going to check out today is called Norna. Their track is called Serpent Spine, again with another great high contrast black and white video for us, but it suits the music, this kind of visual. Let's give it a spin. These guys are heavy. Massive drums. Great atmosphere. Big sound. Another great video to go with this one as well. Just the right kind of visual for this kind of sound. And with the two together, just get absolutely lost in it. That's why I love checking out music videos with the track as well. I think when you've got a great music video to suit the music, it's way, way better than just listening to the music on its own. Takes it to the next level. It's an audio visual experience at that point than just being an audio experience. All the bands today have come through with the right visual, letting us see the band or whatever, so you can get into the music even more by seeing what's going on the screen as well. Sick. Absolutely love it. Man, these guys were super cool with what they got going on and the composition style. Repetitious, looping, hypnotic, dark, atmospheric, tumbling down the drums. Just a massive low-endy sound. Absolutely amazing. Loved it. Got lost in this one. Got into the whole kind of hypnotic vibe of the drums and everything else. Love the way the drummer as well was rolling down the toms, but still keeping the cymbal hits and accents in there. So it had the nice weighty tommy tumbling sound, but still nice high-end accents and clashes and ringing out cymbals, which, you know, gave another wash to the high end. Sounded absolutely amazing, and just, you know, you just got into the whole tumbling trudginess of it. Sick. Love what they're doing on the guitars in this one, but the bass again absolutely filled it out. Sounded amazing, thick and chunky and distorted, and the bass tone in this kind of music so important. Just takes the music from thick and chunky to low and thick and chunky, and it's another dimensional aspect to the fatness and the massiveness of it all. Sick. Loved it. Man, we've checked out some dope bands today. Super high quality, coming through with the right kind of visual to suit the music, which just makes you get lost in the music even more, because it's, you know, you're just watching it and listening it and you just get totally lost in it. I have with all the bands today. Sickest guitar and bass tones you're going to hear, from more crunchy stuff and not necessarily, you know, absolutely 11 out of 10 on the gain, like the last band were, but still working the sound in the right way, because when you dial the guitars back a little bit, leaves more space for that bass tone, and kind of the ring, the notes of the bass to come through even more. Because while that last track had a massive thick bass tone, it does get lost in the guitars when the guitars are that thick as well. So by dialing the guitars back a bit, you give a bit more space for that bass as well. Sick. Loved what all the bands have done with the vocals. As I say, all the different styles that I like to hear in this kind of music, done in the right way, atmospheric and pushback, deathy and stuff like that, but as well, when we can see the band, we've seen that there's a lot of passion in the vocalists, and they're not just singing into the mic, whatever, they're expressing themselves through the mic. Love to see it. Very nice. So that's 3 of the sickest bands you're going to check out for this kind of music. I think they've all absolutely nailed it today with what they're doing, and with the high quality videos coming through as well. Can't ask for any more out of these bands, other than we need to just get in more listeners. This was on 666 Mr. Doom, but the other band that we just checked out before as well, they only got 39 views on their latest videos. So look, we need to get these guys more views. If you like this kind of music, you cannot go wrong with all 3 of these bands today. Very nice bands. So hope you're having a good one today, guys. That's going to be it from us. We'll see you tomorrow for some more cool bands. See you around. Bye.